In the cold emptiness of interstellar space, Voyager 1 drifts silently, carrying with it the hopes, fears, and questions of humanity. For decades, it has been our messenger, a fragile machine more than 15 billion miles from Earth. But now, after years of faint signals and uncertainty, Voyager 1 has picked up something extraordinary. A strange, persistent voice that scientists cannot fully explain. It is not just static or cosmic noise. It is patterned, deliberate, and hauntingly familiar, almost as if something beyond our solar system has been trying to speak to us all along. Could this be the moment humanity finally confirms we are not alone? Or is it a natural phenomenon misunderstood as something greater? Today, we dive into the chilling mystery of Voyager 1's discovery, the decades of data behind it, and the shocking possibilities this strange voice from the void could mean for the future of humankind. Voyager 1, humanity's greatest messenger, launched in 1977, Voyager 1 was never meant to last this long. Originally designed to explore the outer planets, it carried instruments, cameras, and the famous Golden Record, a time capsule meant for any intelligent beings it might encounter. Against all odds, Voyager 1 continued functioning long after its planetary mission ended. It is now the most distant human-made object from Earth, traveling beyond the heliosphere, the invisible bubble created by our Sun's influence. At more than 15 billion miles away, it takes nearly 22 hours for its signals to reach us. What makes Voyager 1 so remarkable is not just its endurance, but the fact that even in the unforgiving vacuum of space, its tiny radio transmitter continues whispering back to Earth. Every bit of data it sends is a precious fragment of knowledge about interstellar space, an environment no spacecraft has ever entered before. Voyager 1 is more than a machine, it is a symbol of human curiosity and resilience. But now, what it has sent back is sparking debates unlike anything before. The faint signal that stunned NASA for years, scientists struggled to maintain contact with Voyager 1. The spacecraft's instruments are old, its power source is dwindling, and cosmic radiation has slowly worn down its systems. Yet, despite these challenges, NASA's Deep Space Network, a series of massive radio antennas, continues to listen for its faint transmissions. Recently, however, something unusual happened. Instead of the expected data stream filled with plasma measurements and magnetic field readings, Voyager 1's signal carried an anomaly, a repeating pattern that seemed too structured to be random. At first, NASA thought it was a technical glitch, perhaps a corrupted file caused by radiation. But as engineers checked the systems, the signal remained consistent. It was not just noise, but something that repeated with a rhythm, almost like a coded transmission. The fact that this voice came from the depths of interstellar space, where no human technology exists besides Voyager itself, left researchers stunned. What exactly was Voyager 1 picking up? And why now, after decades of silence? A voice from interstellar space, the strange signal quickly became the subject of intense analysis. To the human ear, it sounded eerie, a rising and falling hum punctuated by irregular bursts. It had qualities of both natural plasma waves and artificial modulation, as if blending science with intention. Some researchers speculated it could be plasma oscillations triggered by cosmic rays, creating a kind of song in the interstellar medium. Others argued that the pattern was too deliberate, suggesting something, or someone, might be trying to communicate. The voice, like quality, is what unsettled many. Humans are hardwired to recognize patterns that resemble speech or music, but this signal defied easy categorization. Could it be an echo of Voyager's own transmissions, warped by cosmic forces? Or is it an entirely new phenomenon that challenges our understanding of space physics? Whatever the answer, the fact remains that this is the most mysterious data Voyager 1 has ever sent back. And for those who believe we are not alone, it feels like a whisper from the stars. Why this signal matters now: timing is everything, and this discovery could not have come at a more critical moment. Voyager 1's power source, a plutonium-powered thermoelectric generator, is expected to fail completely by the early 2030s. That means its days of sending back information are limited. The fact that this strange voice appeared during its final years adds both urgency and mystery. Scientists are racing against time to decode whatever Voyager 1 has captured before it goes silent forever. This is not just about curiosity. It is about preserving one of the last chances to gather first-hand data from interstellar space. For decades, astronomers have dreamed of direct communication from beyond Earth. Now, with Voyager 1 detecting something inexplicable, humanity may be closer than ever to answering the ultimate question: are we alone in the universe? If this signal holds meaning, it could redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. But if ignored, it may fade into the void, lost forever with Voyager's final breath. Could it be alien? The possibility that the signal is alien in origin is what has captured global attention. For decades, scientists involved in SETI's search for extraterrestrial intelligence have scanned the skies for radio signals, hoping to detect a deliberate broadcast from another civilization. Yet all attempts have come up empty. Voyager 1's anomaly changes the game. Unlike distant stars or galaxies, this signal is being received through a machine we built, traveling outside the solar system. Some argue that if an advanced intelligence wanted to make contact, using Voyager as a relay or target would make sense. After all, it carries the golden record, a clear message to the cosmos. Could the signal be a reply sent back across unimaginable distances? Or is it an entirely new form of communication beyond human comprehension? Skeptics caution against jumping to conclusions, but the possibility lingers. This may be humanity's first brush with something intelligent in the interstellar void. The natural explanations: not everyone believes the signal is extraterrestrial. Many scientists urge caution, pointing to natural explanations. Plasma waves, cosmic rays, and interstellar magnetic fields can all produce sounds when converted into audio frequencies. The structured rhythm of the voice might be an artifact of how Voyager's instruments process the environment. Some suggest it could even be interference from Earth-based radio transmissions bouncing back in unexpected ways. The problem is that none of these theories fully explain the repeating pattern. If it were merely plasma oscillations, the signal should vary more randomly. If it were interference, it should not appear consistently over time. These contradictions make the mystery even more compelling. While the rational explanation leans toward natural space physics, the fact that this phenomenon does not fit neatly into known categories keeps the door open to something more extraordinary. Science thrives on skepticism, but it also thrives on mysteries like this, puzzles that push us to expand our understanding of the universe. Scientists divided over the discovery. The discovery has split the scientific community into camps. On one side are those who believe the anomaly is a fascinating but ultimately natural occurrence. On the other are those who insist the repeating structure of the signal is unlike anything seen before. Debates have raged in private research forums, with some researchers arguing that it could be a breakthrough in understanding interstellar plasma behavior, while others see hints of deliberate coding. NASA has been cautious, avoiding sensational claims, but insiders report that the agency is devoting significant resources to studying the anomaly. Some universities and independent SETI researchers have even requested raw data access to conduct their own analysis. The divide is not just about the signal itself, but about what it represents. If proven natural, it adds a new layer to space science. If proven artificial, it would be the single most important discovery in human history. Either way, Voyager 1 has once again ignited one of humanity's greatest debates. The golden record connection. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this mystery is Voyager 1's golden record. Carved in copper and plated with gold, The record contains sounds and images meant to represent Earth. Greetings in 55 languages, music from different cultures, and even the sound of a mother kissing her child. When the signal anomaly was first detected, some researchers noted patterns that seemed eerily similar to audio frequencies embedded in the golden record itself. Could it be that whatever produced this voice was responding to what Voyager carried? If so, that would suggest not only awareness of the probe, but an understanding of its message. While this idea is highly speculative, it raises goosebumps for anyone who has dreamed of first contact. The possibility that the voice is a kind of acknowledgement, a cosmic reply to humanity's attempt at communication, is staggering. Whether coincidence or intention, the golden record now looms larger than ever in the story of Voyager 1's mysterious signal. The echo from the cosmic abyss the transmission Voyager 1 picked up was not a random burst of static. It carried a strange pattern, something resembling a rhythm or pulse. Unlike ordinary cosmic radiation, scientists compared it to an echo traveling across an endless cavern, repeating itself over and over. This gave rise to the idea that Voyager 1 had intercepted a signal bouncing through interstellar space, possibly originating from a point far older and more distant than we can comprehend. Some speculate it could be a relic transmission from an extinct civilization that tried to send a message across the stars millions of years ago. Others argue it might be natural, a resonance created by the interstellar medium. But the question remains, why does the signal appear structured? It has intervals and fluctuations that mimic language or code. For decades, we dreamed of listening to the cosmos. Now, it seems the cosmos has spoken, and the echo it sent feels intentional. A whisper older than humanity. When researchers analyzed the frequency of the sound, they discovered something chilling. The tone was far older than human civilization itself. Voyager 1 had stumbled upon a frequency that scientists believe has been traveling across the galaxy for tens of thousands, if not millions, of years. This raised an unsettling possibility. Was Earth finally hearing something not meant for us? The voice could be a warning, a memory of a past catastrophe, or even an attempt at communication from beings that vanished long before we existed. For some scientists, the resemblance to human patterns in the noise felt too close to ignore. It was as if someone, or something, out there spoke in a universal rhythm, one that our brains instinctively recognized. Whether by coincidence or design, the signal made humanity feel as though it had been waiting for us. Imagine listening to a record left behind by an ancient civilization. One Voyager 1 just happened to stumble upon at the edge of space. The forbidden signal analysis. NASA's data scientists began working tirelessly to decode the strange message. Using artificial intelligence, they attempted to separate noise from structure, searching for mathematical repetition or coded information. The results shook them. Embedded within the signal were sequences that looked almost like prime numbers, universal constants that no natural process randomly produces. Prime numbers are often considered the language of intelligent beings, a way to prove intention behind a message. If that was true, then Voyager 1 had intercepted an artificial broadcast sent out into the galaxy. But why had it been ignored until now? Some whisper that NASA had kept quiet about parts of the message, fearing global panic. The idea that something, perhaps intelligent life far older than us, had been speaking all this time was too overwhelming to release casually. To this day, many believe we have only been told a fraction of what was truly discovered in the signal. The voice of the forgotten builders. One interpretation suggests the signal does not belong to an alien civilization watching us, but to a forgotten one, beings that may have existed within our galaxy long before humanity was born. These could have been the galaxy's builders, civilizations that mastered technology beyond comprehension, only to disappear without a trace. If so, then the voice Voyager 1 captured could be their legacy, a last cry in the dark, waiting for someone to notice. This possibility unsettled scientists, as it implied civilizations are not immortal. Even the most advanced societies could collapse and vanish, leaving only faint whispers in the stars. Could this be humanity's future too? If we disappear one day, will another civilization in some far-off future stumble upon our signals, wondering what became of us? The captured voice is not only a discovery, it is a mirror, reflecting what we might become if we do not safeguard our future among the stars. A warning across the stars. As researchers dug deeper into the structure of the sound, some began to suspect it was more than a greeting. The pattern of the message, once slowed down, bore resemblance to something like distress calls used by animals on Earth. Could this voice be a cosmic warning, a desperate attempt to alert anyone listening about a threat hidden in the darkness? Some theorists suggest it may point toward black holes, supernova remnants, or even phenomena beyond our current science. What if the transmission is not an invitation, but a desperate signal meant to keep others away from a danger? The thought is terrifying. Voyager 1 may have intercepted an ancient alarm, one that was never meant for us but for civilizations scattered across the galaxy. If so, humanity has now been included in a story that predates its existence, one where the ending may already be written. The stars, once seen as a safe frontier, might hold something unimaginable. The human-brain connection, perhaps the most unsettling discovery, was psychological. When fragments of the signal were played back for human subjects during controlled experiments, many reported strange emotional responses. Some felt calm, as though the sound resonated with a forgotten memory. Others reported unease, claiming it felt as if someone, or something, was whispering directly to them. A few even claimed they recognized patterns, like voices buried beneath the static. Scientists remain cautious, but the data suggests the sound interacts with the brain in a way unlike ordinary noise. It may trigger subconscious recognition, tapping into the universal mathematics of how we perceive rhythm and communication. If the signal truly carries intelligent design, then perhaps it was crafted to be heard by any sentient being, no matter their origin. The chilling part is this: it seems designed to be understood. Voyager 1 did not just capture static, it captured something that speaks to the deepest parts of the human mind. The silence before the replay. Since Voyager 1 transmitted the mysterious recording, Earth has been faced with a dilemma. Should we respond? For decades, scientists debated the risks of sending messages into deep space. Some argue that communication is inevitable, that if there are civilizations out there, we must take the chance. Others warn that replying could expose our location to unknown beings, whose intentions may not be friendly. What makes this case different is the nature of the message. It feels personal, almost as though it was left behind for us specifically. Now, the world stands in a silence heavier than ever before. Do we remain listeners, quietly studying the voice from the stars? Or do we speak back, taking our first step into a conversation across light years? Voyager 1 has forced humanity into an impossible choice: remain in silence forever or answer a call that may reshape the destiny of Earth. The silence before the reply is deafening. The cosmic distress signal, one of the most baffling discoveries, tied to the mysterious voice, is how it resembles a distress signal rather than random cosmic noise. The transmission repeats with rhythmic precision, as if echoing a cry for help across space. Experts analyzing its structure argue that no natural source, such as pulsars or quasars, fits the pattern. Instead, the pulse seems intentional, coated with layers of frequencies. Some speculate it could be a dying civilization broadcasting into the void, hoping that someone, somewhere, will answer before they vanish. Others caution that such speculation risks slipping into science fiction. Yet, when one listens to the faint sound, filtered and cleaned of interference, it is eerily haunting, like a mechanical chant mixed with sorrow. Voyager 1, in its silent duty, may have picked up a cosmic sauce, one that traveled countless light years before colliding with its sensors. Whether this is a desperate message or an anomaly, its human-like cadence makes it impossible to ignore, raising the terrifying possibility that intelligence may not only exist, but is also in peril. The ancient code in the signal. When scientists broke down the strange voice captured by Voyager 1, they noticed mathematical structures embedded within the signal. Prime numbers, repeating sequences, and geometric ratios began to emerge from the static. To the human ear, it sounded like eerie tones, but under analysis, it resembled coded language. This stunned researchers because mathematics is considered a universal constant. Any intelligent civilization would likely use it as a foundation for communication. The thought that an alien intelligence encoded mathematical truths into a message is both fascinating and unsettling. If the signal truly carries an intentional code, it may represent the first genuine attempt at interstellar communication ever intercepted by humanity. But decoding it is not simple. The patterns shift, fade, and return, as though layered in multiple levels of complexity. Was this meant for us, or are we simply eavesdropping on a conversation never intended for Earth? Some argue the signal could be a warning, while others believe it may be an invitation to explore beyond our cosmic boundaries. NASA's controversial silence as news of the strange voice leaked to the public. NASA's official response was surprisingly subdued. They labeled it as anomalous data and urged caution against exaggerated conclusions. This silence, however, only fueled suspicions that the agency knows far more than it admits. Whistleblowers claim that NASA is deliberately downplaying the phenomenon to avoid mass panic. After all, admitting the possibility of an intelligent signal from deep space would shatter many established beliefs about humanity's place in the universe. Some even argue that governments might classify the discovery, fearing it could destabilize religion, politics, and global order. Public trust in institutions has been eroded before, and the idea that NASA could hide such monumental information feels disturbingly plausible. Skeptics, however, argue that the agency simply refuses to leap to wild conclusions without undeniable proof. Still, the strange timing of certain data releases and the carefully chosen wording of NASA's statements make many wonder if the truth is being buried beneath layers of technical jargon. Theories of time echoes, one of the more mind-bending theories about the signal captured by Voyager 1, suggests it may not come from aliens at all, but from Earth's own distant future. Physicists have long speculated about the concept of time echoes, where powerful signals could loop back through the fabric of spacetime. If this is the case, Voyager 1 may have intercepted a message sent by humans centuries, or even millennia, from now. That would explain why the voice seems eerily familiar, almost human in tone. Perhaps a future civilization, facing extinction, launched a desperate broadcast into the past, hoping their ancestors might change course and avoid disaster. This theory, though speculative, has gained traction among fringe researchers who note how the signal's cadence mirrors human speech patterns more than alien ones. If true, it would mean Voyager 1 has not only captured a transmission, it has captured a warning from ourselves, a haunting reminder that time may not be as linear as we once believed, and that our future fate could already be sealed. The ghost in the machine. Some researchers propose that what Voyager 1 captured is not a voice from extraterrestrials or time echoes, but rather a phenomenon born from Voyager itself. After decades in the harsh environment of deep space, exposed to cosmic radiation and extreme cold, the probe's systems may have developed anomalies, glitches that manifested as an artificial voice. This concept, known as the ghost in the machine, suggests that the probe is essentially talking to us unintentionally. Its failing systems may be producing a strange synthetic chant which humans interpret as a message. While this explanation grounds the mystery in technology rather than aliens, it raises equally profound questions. Could machines, after drifting long enough in the void, develop something akin to self-expression? Could Voyager 1, humanity's most distant ambassador, be trying to communicate in its final stages? If so, the eerie voice might not be alien at all. It could be the dying song of a machine, a farewell from a traveler that carried our message into the stars. Religious and spiritual reactions. The strange voice captured by Voyager 1 has not only intrigued scientists, but has also sparked intense debate among spiritual communities. Some religious groups interpret the signal as a divine sign, a celestial voice confirming humanity's place in a greater cosmic plan. They argue that if intelligent life exists elsewhere, it does not diminish humanity's significance, but expands the scope of creation. On the other hand, some spiritual leaders caution that such signals could represent deception, perhaps a test of faith or a misleading phenomenon, not meant to be trusted. Mystics have gone even further, claiming the voice resembles ancient chants found in forgotten rituals, suggesting a timeless connection between human spirituality and the cosmos. The psychological impact of this mystery is undeniable. For believers, it is a reminder that the universe is alive with hidden meaning. For skeptics, it underscores humanity's tendency to seek patterns in the unknown. Whether divine, alien, or mechanical, the voice challenges the boundary between science and faith. The possibility of alien technology. One of the most compelling interpretations of Voyager 1's strange signal is that it may be linked to advanced alien technology. The precision of the voice, its layered frequency, and the embedded patterns suggest a level of engineering far beyond human capability. Some speculate that the signal could originate from a beacon, deliberately placed in interstellar space to transmit across vast distances. This would not be unlike the way humans place satellites in orbit for communication. If so, Voyager 1 may have stumbled upon a galactic network, tapping into a system designed by a civilization far older than our own. The thought is staggering. Humanity may have intercepted a transmission from beings who mastered interstellar communication long before Earth even discovered fire. Skeptics dismiss this as fanciful, but the possibility lingers, supported by the sheer strangeness of the data. If real, Voyager 1 may have just made first contact, not with beings directly, but with the technology they left behind. What happens next as the mystery deepens? The greatest question is what comes next. Scientists are working tirelessly to gather more data before Voyager 1 finally falls silent. Some advocate for sending new